Hey guys, Sasha from netbooknews.com, and finally we're also doing our English unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy S3. I bought this about a week ago, but unfortunately we were just too busy shooting other videos, and so it had to wait for a while. I got I think it's called Pebble Blue version here in Taiwan. It costs 20,900 NT dollars. That is something around almost 700 US dollars. Jesus. That's a 16 gigabyte version, has 1 gigabyte of RAM, and of course it comes with the Exynos 4 quad-core SoC with 1.4 gigahertz per core and the Mali 400 MP GPU, so it definitely offers you plenty of performance. It has a 4.8 inch display, as we hopefully all know by now. And yeah, we're finally going to unbox it, and we're definitely going to compare it to some other smartphones that I have over here with me on my table. Let's take a quick look. Here's the device. Well, I did all my hands-on videos so far with a white version during the Samsung event in London. So this is now this Pebble Blue one. But let's see what else is in the box here. Okay. Well, warranty and I don't know, all these little things I can't read. Mini USB to USB. There's your PSU and the usual Samsung headphones or headset. Okay, let's put it all back into the box. Oh yeah. Anyways, I can do this some later. So, as I already told you, I got the 16 gigabyte version. And as you see, this is this Pebble Blue. The device itself is only 8.6 millimeter thick. It weighs around 130, I think it was 132 grams. And it sports a beautiful 4.8 inch Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 720p. That means 1280 by 720. It feels lighter than it actually is. If I compare this to, for example, a Samsung Galaxy S2, this feels really good. It has an 8 megapixel camera on the back, which is actually the same camera sensor as the iPhone 4S sports. And it also comes with a 1.9 megapixel HD camera in the front. So you're capable of recording full 1080p HD with it, and it also sports a 2100 mAh battery. And you know, due to the fact that there was a special promotion going on here in Taiwan, I got a free battery pack. Look at this. So thank you, Samsung. I'm not sure if I'm going to need it. Well, I am sure that I'm going to need it because I'm a heavy user. Let's compare it a little bit in terms of the size to some other phones. So here's the Galaxy S3. What about the Samsung Galaxy S2? So my version looks a little bit worn out. I'm sorry about that. It's about a year old right now, and I'm using the one with this extended battery, so it's a little bit thicker. And as you can see, the Galaxy S2 is definitely a little bit higher, and it's right now thinner than the S2. As I said, keep in mind that this comes with a different battery right now, let's say at least my version. What about the Apple iPhone 4? It's not the 4S, but it's the iPhone 4. Look, oh my God, it looks tiny compared to the S3. And actually, it reminds me of how much our behavior changed in terms of smartphones right now. Even though that Steve Jobs once said, you know, no one is going to buy a phone where you can't get your hands around. I don't know how small Steve Jobs' hands were. I don't have the biggest hands, but I can easily get my hands around here. But this one looks to me like, right now, it seems like a toy almost. Kind of weird. Things change. We also have the Asus Pad phone here. It's also a 4.3 inch display, and we have, well, that's an iPod Touch 4G. Of course, it's super small. But what about the Galaxy Nexus? which comes with a 4.65 inch display. And as you can tell, there's not a huge difference between the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the Galaxy Nexus. Of course, it's a little bit thicker and also has this nice curved display. I really like this. Right, but anyways, it's definitely, yeah, I would say almost the same size, and also in terms of weight and whatnot. But I tell you one thing, a lot of people were complaining about the build quality of the Galaxy S3 in terms of, it feels more like plasticky or whatnot. I just don't mind. I think that's absolutely fine. Somehow it is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, as you can tell. But I'm absolutely okay with this. And I think it feels very, very solid in your hands. What else do I have here? Oh, I have a Lumia. That's the Lumia 800. It's a non-working dummy. I also have a running version here. And you can see that this is, I think it was a 3.7 inch display. That's definitely quite a difference. And last but not least, I have a Samsung Galaxy Note here. It's a kind of special version because this is the one with the 5,400 milliamp hour battery from Mugen. This gives me almost like 30 hours of battery life, which really rocks. It's my mobile internet device. And it even comes with a little stand here, so I can just put it on the table like this. And yeah, that's a 5.3 inch display. So that's quite a difference, right? So let's line them up here. Let's start here with the Note, and there's the S3, and then we have the Nexus. So you're getting an idea of the different sizes. Here's the pet phone, okay, and here's the S2, and then we have the Lumia, and the iPhone 4, and last but not least, the iPod Touch 4G. Quite a setup, isn't it? Anyways, first little look at the different sizes and screens. How about having a boot up here? I'm not doing a complete walkthrough for you guys right now because we're definitely gonna get a detailed review next week because I think it's really worth it. Because right now, in my opinion, this is the best smartphone on the market, and Samsung has a kind of head start compared to Apple right now because they almost have the whole summer until the iPhone 5 is coming to the market. So, oh, by the way, let me just show you this lock screen again. Here we go. So I can just swipe to unlock it, and what you can also see is I have some shortcuts on here to the most used apps, like making a phone call, using chat on, which is a kind of WhatsApp messenger from Samsung, going to your browser and using your camera, right? And I also, well, what I love is this little effect here, and it just tells you how much performance this device has. Okay, here we go. So this one is running Android Ice Cream Sandwich, of course, in a TouchWiz version. But I have to give Samsung some credit because compared to the Ice Cream Sandwich TouchWiz versions on the Samsung Galaxy S2 or the Galaxy Note, this is very close to the vanilla experience. You can definitely tell this when we go into our app drawer, but here are the widgets, and now I'm getting a nice preview of all the widgets. Right, there you go. I have plenty of pre-installed widgets, especially a lot of Asian and Chinese ones. And not so many pre-installed apps right now, but this is going to change, and it's especially going to change because I would love to show you a little bit more about the performance of this device, and of course do some benchmarks and whatnot, and we're going to check out S-Voice. I've been kind of expecting to have a pre-installed version of Flipboard on here, but it's kind of missing. So what you have to do is you need to go to the Samsung App Store. Oh, here it is, Samsung Apps, and then you can download your version of Flipboard. The screen is absolutely fantastic. Let me just quickly jump into the settings and then to the display. Here we go, and let's change the brightness. So it's at automatic brightness right now. Let's set it up to full brightness, and look how black the black is. It can't get any blacker. Any more black. Jesus, my superlatives are horrible these days. Anyways, first first impression of it. And I mean, I've been playing around with it for quite a while, for doing a bunch of hands-on videos with it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. The performance of it is amazing. It sports tons of features that I'm going to show you in our detailed review. But as a first quick look and unboxing and kind of short review, I think this is right now the Android device to beat, or I would even say this is the smartphone to beat. That's my first impression of the Samsung Galaxy S3. I'm Sascha von netbooknews.com. Thanks for watching.